What up, guys? My name is Chris. This is Wheelhouse Trading, and welcome to the Wheelhouse. So first I want to apologize. I have not made a video for I think today's the 5th day. I'm finally making one. I got a severe cold, sore throat, earache, congestion, which just wasn't feeling good at all. Was taking naps in the middle of the day, very unlike me. But yeah, I was just sick. I just couldn't seem to muster to make a video. My voice was shot, and it just my brain was just foggy, and I apologize. I'd like to be making a video for you every single day, and I have usually been doing that, but I wasn't feeling well. Second, I'd like to just wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Hopefully everybody had a decent week last week in the trading market. I know that things are looking pretty good. We had it was fairly flat, which is normal going into the Christmas holiday. That happens every year. However, indexes were green. There's a lot of positivity. I want to go over a lot of positivity in the charts. I still think that 2022 is going to be a tough year, and I'll go through a little bit of that. I'll go through a little bit of news. I'm not going to pull up too many articles. I'll just kind of mention a few things. But, one thing I wanted to mention is I wanted to thank everybody for coming into the Wheelhouse Wednesday last week and doing the live group training. I taught everybody and how to compound their money in 2022. We had a huge turnout. It was really, really good. I'll show you some results of mine from the last week. Using this strategy, and I'm doing a coupon code. I want to offer you guys a coupon code from this video until the new year. It's going to basically give you 50% off of the annual membership, which is $1,200. So it'll be about $600. You'll have all the courses. You'll have the one-on-one. You get 10 hours of one-on-one coaching with me. You get all the Wheelhouse Wednesdays. You get all the trade alerts. You get all the access to all the areas in the Discord. They'll open up for you, and you'll be with all the other Jedis. Now, this is really good. If you had a little bit of a tough 2021, it's understandable, but it is very good to be with a group and to have a coach and to have a mentor and to have help and to have a support system. And these courses will expedite your learning curve and teach you everything about the markets, why certain things happen, when other things happen, what to look out for before they happen, how to spot market tops, how to short a market, what are the market phases, how I hunt my stocks, how I set up my watch list, how I enter and exit. And I do that before most people enter, and I exit before most people exit. As an example, I can pull it up, but let me see if I can just pull that up real quick for you. Okay, so, a lot of people were, getting into Bitcoin, posting videos. Well, I entered Bitcoin and Ethereum 5 days ago because my system and probability system shows. So you could see here, BFRI, it's way up there. I traded in and out, made a bunch of money. I'll show you in a second. Bitcoin, this was on 12/20 that I re-entered. I liked all my indicators crossed on the daily, which hasn't happened in a long time. That's why I got in. Plus, the probability system shot up today, giving it a 57% chance of increase in the odds to go up. Now, it is higher now because for several days. But the point is that I teach you how to get in before everybody. And there's a reason that works. There's multiple reasons. Same with Ethereum. Just if you want to get in the Discord, it's free to get in there. And here's some of the trades that I took over the week from Monday through Thursday, just using my system. I got in Tesla before it had its rally. Several of these. Now, as the charts show me and the probabilities start to change, then I will exit out. I'll move my money to the side, like I've been kind of talking about. And not necessarily because of market tops, but individual stock tops. And right now, as far as market tops and market bottoms, what I had showed you in the Wheelhouse Wednesday, as well as other videos, there is a lot of positivity coming into this next week. Okay, now I want to show you why I think a Santa rally is coming in. I want to show you some unusual activity in the dark pool prints on specific leverage trades, which indicates massive bullish buy signals coming in and coming in hot.
This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, I'm Mel Stone, Dark Pool Moderator with Black Box Stocks, specializing in dark pool activity as well as analyzing options flow. We definitely have to talk about some of the dark pool prints that have been coming into the leveraged ETFs, TQQQ, with a 1.84 million share dark pool print in after hours. That's going to be 3 times bull for the Qs. We did have MU report after hours, but definitely interesting considering we don't see this kind of activity typically coming into the leveraged ETFs. Also worth noting TNA. That's going to be the small cap bull, 3 times leverage. This one more interesting considering how often we see activity here, which we don't. And so if we pull historical, which means we can go to the filters, we can go back. I'm going back to 6/1 just to give us a 6-month snapshot of activity. And here we have a 1.02 million share dark pool print, 73.65. And going through the activity, you can see that there has not even been a single print in the last 6 months that was this size.
I am very, very confident that we are going to have that Santa rally. But I want to let you know, for many, many years, we get that rally and the charts are set up perfectly for it. I mean, there is bottoms on a ton of charts. There is momentum on a ton of charts. All the way to the daily, which shows me it's going to rally early in the week, maybe even into next week. I don't know that far out, but this is a great time to capitalize, get your money, and I want to just reiterate to get out too before it falls, and make sure you hold on to that capital, okay? So I'm going to show you a few different things. We'll go through a few different things. I got, what is this, Engine? So a lot of crypto looks really, really good. Let's just start with Tesla as an example here. Okay, Tesla looks like it's still going to go up. Now, when it hits this descending up here around the 1119, I'm not sure what will happen. It could bounce and come back down, which is totally fine. But look, your cloud is turning blue. Super good. Your ribbon stayed blue. It looks like you definitely established the floor and you're turning up. It's wonderful. 2 good days, all indicators bullish. Now, I had told you I think Tesla's coming down, and Tesla came way down. It came hundreds of dollars down. I was the first person and the only person that I know when everybody was saying, hey, Tesla should go maybe 900, maybe 1,000. I came out, and you can verify it in my video before it happened. I said, Tesla's going to 1256. The very next day it started to run, and it went all the way up to 1240, and it stopped because Elon announced he was going to sell shares. I was correct about that. Then I said, looks like Tesla's going to come down. Tesla came down more than $200. Now I'm telling you Tesla's going back up, and I know that from the past couple of days, but I've been saying that for several days back in my group. So Tesla's looking really good. Look, when crypto rallies, an easy play for you is always going to be your Coinbase, your GBTC, your Hut 8 Mining, your CleanSpark, your maybe like Voyager Digital. There's a whole bunch of them. I can't think of everything right now, but you know what I'm talking about. There's just tons of crypto stocks, and that's easy money. So yeah, just follow Bitcoin. Like if you have TradingView, click right here where you have 2 charts. Put Bitcoin on the top and put your other one on the bottom, and you can kind of run that. Let's just take a look at Roku. So I had mentioned, this is highly dangerous, being under the pressure of the 200, being under the pressure of the ribbon, the cloud. But over here, when they announced that they had done a partnership agreement with Google, or with YouTube, excuse me, Google and YouTube were the same, but basically with YouTube for their service, their YouTube TV, it popped, and then the market was rough. It came down, and it went back to blue. Now it's definitely not making huge daily candles and volumes coming down, but it still looks fairly positive. it's a little bit of indecision, but Roku's going to be a good one for this next year, I think. I mean, anything that goes up that much and then comes down that much and starts going back up, it's a good chance that we're going to be, flattening our 200 EMA, moving to bullish. Once we get a trend reversal, it's off to the races for a long time. I like it. I picked it up. Caterpillar is another one. It has flattened on the EMA. The ribbons are about to turn blue. Again, it's a Dow stock. It's a heavy equipment, machinery type stock, and it will benefit from the infrastructure bill. I know the infrastructure bill is on hold, but I think that they will figure something out, whether they make it a little bit less money, come to agreement with Senator Manchin. My thoughts briefly on the infrastructure bill is I do believe that America does need to step up their game on like ports, airports, broadband internet, all kinds of things that, the road systems and all kinds of things that go in the infrastructure bill. I also really like that it will give a lot of jobs in the United States. I love that. However, in some ways, I do agree with, in a lot of ways, I do agree with Manchin in regards to, it's expensive and it's probably not the best timing in an inflationary environment. It's kind of tough, I do really think that we need to have the infrastructure bill, and I think it's a great idea. It's just tough. Like me, I'm a musician, right? I'm a DJ, 22, 23, 24 years. I've been a drummer 24 years. I play guitar, I play piano. It's like me. I have money. I go into Guitar Center. I want to buy everything, right? Kid in the candy store. But I have to put myself on a budget. I have to say, well, Chris, just because you can afford it, just because you can print money or whatever, you can buy whatever you want, doesn't mean that you have to, okay? Like, you have to have some kind of self-control. And, it's always good to budget. And so maybe, with the infrastructure bill, maybe it's a good thing that it gets toned back a little bit. And maybe they compartmentalize it. Maybe they do the infrastructure bill, but they do it in pieces, like over a certain amount of time. And it's just more decisive in the approach as far as like, okay, for the next 3 years, we're going to have this, and this is how it's going to be paid back, and we're going to focus on airports. And then the next 2 years is going to be ports. And then the next, maybe the plan is a little more compartmentalized. I don't know. But I do think that giving jobs is really going to help the overall economy. So I'm big on that. I am big on that. And, but it is just bad timing. We are in a lot of debt, and I can't think of the exact number, but it's like 24 or 27 trillion in debt. So adding to that, to me, it's like a no-brainer not to do it. Like debt is a problem. I don't like to have a lot of debt. I bought my boat cash. I literally went to my bank, got a cashier's check, went to the guy's bank and deposited it. And then when I bought my Bentley, I brought my laptop with me. I picked out cars. There was Ferraris and Lambos and Maybachs and Rolls Royces and all kinds of stuff there. And I literally picked the Bentley. I put my computer on the desk. I wired them. I don't really like a lot of debt, And so, as far as the infrastructure bill, I think it's a good thing. I think it's okay that it's paused. I think it does need to be thought through a little bit more, and maybe compartmentalized. And I do like a lot of things about it, but it's just bad timing. And I'm sure some of it'll go through. So don't just sell all your infrastructure stocks. I think Caterpillar would be a beneficiary from that. Coming into an interest rate hike environment, I'm big on this triple leverage fast. I've been doing really, really well with it, and all indicators show it's going to continue to go up. It did have the red ribbons, but if you just look at this, if you were holding fast as a triple leverage, a lot of my guys in the Discord made a lot of money on this. One in particular that took it, he's just constantly like, dude, I'm making so much money on this stock you gave me. Well, it's good. I mean, just look, you can see that the trend is going up over time too, and it's triple leverage. So when it goes up 3 times as fast. When it comes down, it goes down 3 times as fast. But this is a really good one, and again, looking quite bullish in the charts. Crowdstrike, looks like it's really hit, and it's kind of consolidating, but consolidating in a slow upward momentum, which is wonderful. And I do think cybersecurity is a good thing to have in your portfolio. Playboy, I'm not in it, but I'm keeping an eye on it. FedEx. Now, FedEx just got the blue ribbons. You couldn't ask for a better time to enter FedEx, guys. You're right above the 200. You had a trend reversal, and you have the blue ribbons. Remember what happens on the daily when you go into the blue ribbons. If you bought it right here at 125, and even if you sold it right here at 266, I mean, that's $130, you know, just in the blue ribbons. Well, guess what, guys? Above the 200 is bullish, below is bearish, and it just got the blue ribbons. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better time to buy FedEx, honestly. Really good. Facebook, still in it. It's been doing really well. It's been making its gains back. As you notice, the EMA is flattening here. We are above it. We are still in the blue cloud, and the blue ribbon is about to turn. It's very close. I know I've been saying that in a lot of videos, but it's kind of been going sideways like most of the market. Still in Facebook, and I think it's going to do really well with the metaverse and everything moving forward in that regard. This is one I really like. It's just done great. It's called Builder. I got it from the leaderboard, the top 50 stocks. I really like it. It's called Builder, and it's pretty much near the all-time high, but it's not stopping. It's just running and running and running. So really like that one. Everything is going right now back to bullish, even though it looks like it completely is. For trading, you trade in and out, but for long term, I mean, this thing is wonderful. Airbnb is actually making its way. It had its drop like everybody else. It's coming right back above the 200. It's already curving on this red ribbon, looking good. Disney did what I thought it was going to do. It's kind of had that double bottom, and when you see the right leg of the W higher like that, that's a good indication. Okay, so Disney, I mean, this is probably the lowest you're going to get it. So in this zone. So I really like that. Let's look at Bitcoin. Now I told you I picked it up. The reason I had picked it up days ago. Let's see if I can find this. So I picked it up. This is the hourly chart. I picked it up over here when the blue ribbon went, and it just shot up, and it actually went above, but it didn't hold. It went above. It fought, started to flirt, went above, and then it kind of fell, and I was like, Well, I had faith because everything was still looking good, and I was zooming out to the daily, and the daily said we were still strong. And then we had that nice pop that I foresaw coming, and here we are. Now we are at a resistance. We've hit it, it looks like 4 times. That resistance is 51,483. We are about $100 away from there, so getting above that's going to be quite important. NVIDIA, you got your discount. Let's go over to the daily. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. So NVIDIA, it didn't fall that much. Now, to me, it's looking also kind of like you really don't have. To me, it's kind of looking like it did its drop, it found its floor, and you need to be in it because it's probably not going to be coming back down for a little bit. It might come all the way back up to like all-time high. That could be mid-January, and then it might have its little shuffle down, and you can exit if that's what you wanted to do. But it's looking bullish coming into the next week, and Goldman Sachs, has kind of been doing the same thing. It's kind of like your Caterpillars and your Facebooks. It's found its floor. Now it's on its way up. It did have the double bottom, which is really good. And now it's printing those blue candles, and your indicators are bullish. So now is the time to grab that one. I actually re-grabbed SoFi. Started with a small position of 1,000 shares, and got it a few days ago. Back, I think, on this candle, and here we are, same as Bitcoin. I saw it come in off the hourly, and we've developed to the daily, and now we've developed to, I think, 2 days. So really good. Again, this NUE, it's moving nicely. It's not perfect. It had a little stutter step due to the infrastructure situation. Unity actually is having a pivot as well. Again, a lot of the stocks, the reason I'm very positive on the market right now, I'm not positive for the market through all of 22. I think the back half of 22 is going to be good or better. I think the front half of 22 is going to be a little sticky because of the rate hikes and the sped up taper, and then you have the midterms. And remember, My last video, I put a pretty clear warning out about recessions. I give you a lot of historical facts. Anytime that rates are raised 3 times in 1 year or announced that they will be raised 3 times in 1 year, historically we have had the end of a bull run, the beginning of a bear run, and an impending recession. Okay, that's just factual. That's just historical. I put that out. Well, guess what happened? 4 days later after I put it out, Larry Summers, okay, came out in an article on Bloomberg saying that there's a high likelihood that we could go into a recession. All right, so other people like Kathy Woods, Michael Burry, Bill Ackman, even myself, we see the writing on the wall. I mean, I knew that this was a high chance of coming, when we first had the pandemic. If you just think about it and you use common sense, we had a pandemic, okay, and recessions happen or bear runs happen every 3 years. And they go for about 3 years on average, and then bull runs happen for about 3 years on average. That's the average. Some are longer, some are shorter. But I mean, we had a pandemic. We had a lot of anomalies. We had a lot of strange things that happened. A pandemic is weird. Lockdowns are weird. Emergency use of funds and money printing is strange, right? And just a lot of strange things. So common sense just tells you that's in the future, and if you start seeing all the earnings go and the Dow start to fall and all the things I've been talking about in the videos and the courses, then just be prepared. And I have a very good strategy for it, and you're gonna make a fortune if it happens. If a recession happens and the market starts to drop, you can make a fortune in those times, but you got to know how. And just click the Discord link. It's free, okay? And to upgrade, go to frequently asked questions, put in the code SANTA, SANTA, all lowercase, 50% off. Best money you will ever spend, best investment in yourself. You're investing in yourself. And I'm going to show you how to compound your money. I'm going to teach you all the things in the courses. And, instead of like struggling, next year possibly you're going to do really well. And that's the hope, right? So, and I feel very confident about it because this is how I invest, and I'm doing well. So now Microsoft, I might have mentioned that it looked like it was coming down, and it did. And now it looks like it's found its bottom and coming up. So a lot of the charts are doing that, and that's really positive. Apple still moving. I picked up some Palantir. Picked it up a couple days back, and here we go. We're still heading up. So. Things are looking good on a lot of charts. So I think that we're definitely going to have a Santa rally. Be ready to make that money next week, maybe into the beginning of January, and then also be non-emotional and not attached to all your stocks, because if things start to look bad on the indexes, which right now they look good. Let's take a look at the indexes together. So on the indexes, they tell the story. They're the umbrella, right? So right now, it looks like we're about to run on the NASDAQ, actually. It looks like we already started, but it looks like we're about to run, like on the NASDAQ. Okay, the Dow, I'm getting a similar vibe. Okay, a lot of positive things on the Dow. 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. Yeah, you have a very, very, very high probability. In fact, it's 12 out of 12. You have a 98% chance that the Dow is going to be moving up. It's very, very strong. That's how fast things can change in the market. That's why I guess some people, when they hold long term, they don't worry because they know things can change fast. But me, I like to trade in and out. Get in with the right technicals, get out before it falls, take my profits, and kind of compound back and forth. And that's how you make a lot of money. When you're making 7-10% on the year, you could do a lot better than that. You could be doubling, tripling. You could do 5x. You could do numbers like that. But you have to be actively trading to do it. Like, you won't be able to just buy the great companies. You can buy Nikes and you can buy Microsofts, you can buy Apples, but you're not going to get 500% doing it. But you can still buy those same companies and trade in and out, long and short, and you can get a lot closer to those numbers. So that's just my my way that I do it. Russell certainly looking better. This was a big deal, guys. I don't know if if you guys watching know the gravity of the situation. If this thing were to fall through this 2105, 2107 area, if it would have fallen through there, whew, bad. But really bullish. Looks like it's coming up, and those are really fun stocks. And that's why I got the SoFis and Palantirs and a couple, and I'll be adding more. And I'm excited because I really like Russell stocks. I mean, those are really fun. They're like they're less expensive. They're growth. They're fun companies. You can make a lot with Russell stocks. So I'm really happy. I mean, this hitting this floor. I mean, man, how many times has it done it to us? Let's count. 1, 2, almost 3. So 3, 4. I mean, it's 5 legit times, but I mean, it had some close calls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This would have been the 8th. I mean, on close calls, but legit calls with 1, 2, 3, 4. So I mean, even 4 is a lot to retest, but this is obviously a very strong support. I mean, this is concrete. This is like 4 feet of concrete around a bank vault, apparently, because the Russell is holding on it, and I'm really, really pleased, and I'm happy for you guys. So yeah, if you pay attention to your macros, then you know when to get in. When the macros get shifty, you know when to get out. And if you know what stocks go underneath each umbrella, it's really good to kind of tactically and precisely, strategically hit your stocks within it. So if Russell, it looks like all 4 indexes are looking good. So it looks like it's going to be a really nice week coming into this week. I'm very excited. There's no reason you guys can't, make the number that's in your head. I would like to make 100, 150 grand, maybe 200 grand in this next week. And then if I need to pull out, I pull out, So, and then it's okay to reassess and ride the new wave of whatever happens. Now, typically, if I recall, like even last year, we had a nice rally at the end of the year and into the first. I think it was 2 or 3 days in January, and then there was and I'd have to look, and then it kind of came down, and then it went up again. It went up right away after. It only came down for a little bit, like not even a week, a couple days if I recall. It's been a year, so I don't remember, but. Yeah, I mean, all the charts are telling me this thing is going to rally next week. Bottoms have been found, so that was great to buy. And that's why, a lot of those stocks that I showed you earlier, they're all green because I wait till it establishes a floor, and then I buy it, and I buy it on the small time frames, which is a little bit more risky. But I noticed that all the charts are doing the same thing at the same time. And also I noticed there's a lot of, like a serious amount of high frequency trading and algo trading going on. So you'll see when you're clicking through the charts on the minute, when one green candle goes on one chart, they're going on like 1,000 charts. When one red candle goes, that's high frequency trading. That's algo trading. So it's very hard to combat that. So you have to know how to work with it. And again, another reason to be in the Discord and have a coach and a support system. And if your goal and your dream is to make a lot of money in the stock market, spend the money on yourself, invest in yourself. It will be the best investment you made. I'm going to teach you, and you should just read like the comments from everybody. Like so many people are so stoked on what they're learning, and they're all telling each other, and other people that aren't subscribed, they're in there talking about it. And I've been sick. I haven't been able to interject too much, but I've read the comments, and they're all very, very positive. Everybody's learning. Everybody's doing well, and everybody is. The main thing that I'm trying to get everybody to understand is that you need a system, and if you follow the same system and don't deviate from it, you'll do well. And a lot of people have a lot of bags that they're holding from before they met me and joined the group. And once they get out of those bags and start utilizing the system at full capacity, they're going to do really well. And they know that because with the money that they do have that they can mess with. That's not like in a bag. They're already doing it. It's working for them. So again, subscribe to the channel, like the video, select all so you get the content, but also subscribe or join the Discord, verify, and then if you want to upgrade, just go to frequently asked questions. The coupon code for 50% off of the Jedi Gold annual membership, which is now 50% off for the next week, which is a steal, guys. That $600 that you spend could make you copious amounts of money in the next year, and also save you a ton of money with the knowledge and skill set that you will have acquired from taking those courses. And then, of course, you get the one-on-one coaching with me. We can go through portfolios, we can go through strategy, we can go through a lot of things together. So I'm going to cut it there. I appreciate you. Merry Christmas, everyone. I will be back after Christmas, and just want to say thank you for watching and welcome to the Wheelhouse.